Evening all, it's Katie here, and tonight, as the weather is so abysmal outside, I decided to do another little tutorial. This time it's going to be on the Rosette Nebula, and for those shooting with one-shot colour camera, it's probably best that you follow this once I've combined my images into one, okay, because I shoot in mono, and for the first few minutes it'll be me doing what I need to do to clean up my image, and once I've combined the three images together you'll be able to follow from there on, so you can either fast forward or just wait. Okay, I'll shut down my camera here and just work on this. Sometimes it gets distracting for me because I can see myself. Okay, so I'll shut this down and we'll continue. Right, so here we have the Rosette Nebula, the S2, the HA and the O3. So first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop, because I can see that there's just a fine line running across here at the bottom of these images. So I'll crop these out. So all processes and down to dynamic crop. And I'm going to go as far up to the top as I can. I don't want to be cutting out too much data, so we'll go to about there. And we'll drag and drop that one there, and that one there, and then click on that. Now they're all the same size. So from there on, we'll get rid of that. Next is noise exterminator. There's not really a lot of noise in there, but there is some, so we'll take that out. And I'm going to take this down to about, say, 50%. As I say, there's not too much noise in the HA, but I can see it in the S2 and the O3. Obviously the HA is more prominent, as in brighter and detail. So yeah, the noise is a little bit more prominent in these two, but we'll take it out anyway. Okay, so that's me. I've done the noise reduction in all three of these images, nice and clear. Next what I'm going to do is a gradient correction and get rid of any gradients that may be in there and let it balance the backgrounds out. And that's just a case of drag and drop again. And the same there. So much better. Let me just check the stars here. Stars are nice and round and sharp, so I'm not really going to do anything with them. Right, so next on my list is, I'm not going to use the blur exterminator because I don't think we actually need it. I think we're okay. So what I'll do is I'll combine these together. First of all, I'll cascade them and we will combine this. Channel combination, and I'm going to go in and put the three channels together. S2, HA and O3. And let me just click that. Okay, and we'll bring up our screen transfer function, and I'm going to unlink, because if I don't it would just come out all green. So here we have a combined image into one. And let me just move these icons out the way. There we go. And we'll put that down there. We'll move this up, enlarge it a bit. Now I can see that I've got some magenta stars here, so I'm going to go up into, actually, you know what, we'll leave that just now. What I will do is I'll stretch the image, because I've done everything I really want to do with it at this point. So drag our triangle and drop that there, and there we go. That lets me work on this. So as I say, I'm going to get rid of the magenta stars that are all around there. So go up to Script, Utilities, and where is it? Correct magenta stars. Now I'm not going to change anything here. I'm just leaving it as it is. And there we go. Now nice back to nice bright stars. So next on my list, now I know a lot of people use the Star Exterminator, and I do myself at times, but I do enjoy doing the Clone for Starless ones, because that allows me to use the Bill Blanching star reduction method, which is a lot quicker than the other method. And we will work on the starless image. So we'll take the stars out. I've stretched the image already, so it's non-linear now, and I'll create my star mask. And once the star mask is done, we'll work on the starless version. And as I say, anyone that shoots in one-shot colour, you can follow along from this point. So this shouldn't take too long, guys. And we'll get in and we'll do what we have to do. And so far it's actually looking not too bad, but I need to sharpen it up a little bit. It's looking a bit soft. The colours are nice though, so let's see what we can do with them. Right, so here's our star mask, and we'll just move that out the way for the time being, and I'll enlarge this. So as I was saying, this is actually looking pretty neat. Now, there's lots of ways you can go in and you can change your colours. For instance, if you have the Bill Blanching icons, his processing icons do it instantly for you. Or you can go into the channels separately and do it. Or put masks on, which is what I prefer to do, to be honest. So we'll go back to that one, and just to show you, we'll do it in HSO. And there you have, very, very similar to what we had. There's the before, and there's the after. It goes from like a tealy green to a bluey green. Okay, so let's see what we can do with it. So for starters, I am going to put a red mask on, and I'm going to try and bring out some of this nebulosity around here. Just change the colour up a little. So see, you can do, you know, what palette you want to do. It's entirely up to yourself, it's to your taste. And I'm going to blur this just to soften it a bit. And we will drag and drop. And we'll get rid of that. Now I'm going to hide my mask so that I can see what I'm working on. And we'll go into Curves Transformation and bring up our preview window. And we will go into our red channel. And we will bring up some of that. So we'll do it in small increments, guys. We don't want to be too brash and go like this. It just doesn't do you much good. It starts splitting the pixels and things like that. So You know, don't be hasty. Just stretch it gently. Do a couple of stretches. It works out better that way. There we are. Now, let's just see. If I bring the green up, it's going to change it to yellow, as you can see. Okay, so depending on what you like, as I say, play with the channels, have a look. Depends if you want that golden yellow or a nice bright red. Entirely up to yourself. Okay, next what I will do is I'm going to take that mask off, and I'm actually going to bring up a yellow mask. I know it sounds contradictory, but there is some yellow in there, as you can see. So we'll try and bring some of that out. Once again, drag and drop and bring up your preview window, and we go into, as I say, you can go back into the red channel and make that brighter. It's entirely up to yourself. Okay, I'll go into the green and just bring out that hint of yellow, just a hint of it. Don't want it greeny yellow. Okay, and go back up into the red again. It's just to make it pop that little bit. You start to see the yellow coming out round here and round there, round the peaks, which is beautiful. Okay, and we'll take that mask off. And next, just making sure that mask is off. Next what we'll do is we'll go in here, and I'm going to bring up the highlights in this area. Okay. And we'll take down the darks just a little, just the shadows, just to make it pop. You can actually make it really pop, adding that much contrast in, but I'm quite happy keeping it a little bit on the soft side. So we'll keep that. Now, as I say, you can go in and you can add contrast to it, bring out colours the way you want them, as strong as you want them or as soft as you want them, entirely up to yourself. And see, that's it overstretching when it starts breaking the pixels up. So, excuse me, my cat is meowing. So I've taken down the saturation a bit, just a bit, so that I'm not destroying the colour pixels in here. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an automatic background extraction. Oops. There we go. And I'm going to do subtraction, and I'm going to tick this box, and then you'll see what it takes out. So I know that doesn't look too great, but don't worry about that. We will keep that the way it is. And oh, it would help if I hit the right button. So I don't want this moving. I just want to take that down, and just to get a slight S curve here. Okay. And there we are. Now there's still a lot of hydrogen alpha hidden in here, which I could bring out, but I'm not going to do that. Let's do another little stretch down here. Okay, that's starting to look a bit better. As I say, do it to your own taste, guys. It's whatever you decide that you want for your image. Just a slight bend there. And there you have it. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into scripts, and I'm going to go down here and go into dark structure, enhance, and bring out this area where these dark nebula peaks are. And there you are. And we'll just let's do a little preview here, and I'll show you. So all I've done is bring these out a bit more, just a bit more prominent. And that way you can actually, your eyes are drawn to them right there. So I'm going to, let's see here, go back into the red mask. I'm not sure I want it that red. I think I'll take that down a bit and bring up the yellow more. What do you think, folks? Yay? Nay? Keep it like that, or... See, I like the mixture going through it, so I'll stick with that. And we'll take that mask off. And next what I'm going to do is put my stars back in. As I say, this is just a quick edit as such. So we'll go into Pixel Math, Expression Editor, and we're going to get into Starless plus our star mask. And we'll apply that. And there we have our image. And we'll just get rid of all this. So there it is, the starless version, and here is our finished edited version. Not bad, huh? Okay, thanks for watching, folks.